Your decision matters. I've been playing a lot with the idea around holding energetic minimums and standards for things. And as I'm getting used to it, I'm realizing that it's literally everything. Like, I'd been doing it around money and earning for quite some time. And then it's just like, oh no, but it gets to be like followings and likes and not even that, but like how people treat me, how traffic lights work for me, just literally everything I get to decide. And it's also like known this for a while, but it's like really starting to set in at a new layer, which is really fun. So wanted to put that reminder out for anyone who needed to hear it today. It was a whole stack, but we're just going to flip it and see what's there. Also, I got this. Look at this deck. Look at this deck. It's gorgeous. Unexpected gifting from Amityville Apothecary. I ordered a deck and then they like double sent me my order. So yesterday was a really beautiful surprise getting this Greek goddess or Greek gods, deities. I paused when I say that. I was like, it says gods, which I think of as masculine, but everything I've seen so far has been feminine. Oh no, Helios was a man. I've seen more women out of the deck. Maybe that is just my coincidence, and nothing's a coincidence, right? I need more about the feminine. Okay, I literally wrote that down in my journal to like work on healing feminine and witch wounds this weekend. Like, sit with that and dig in deeper. Anyway, let's look at this card. It is the Seven of Swords. The Irons? I am going to look up how to say that correctly later because I don't honestly know. Also, I feel like every book I have for tarot has the suits in different orders, and maybe I should double check that, but it feels like they're different. So in my mind, I was like, shouldn't it be the same every time? Shouldn't it be really easy to just know roughly where in this book I'm looking? But I swear Cups is last in a few of mine, and now Swords is last in this one. How was I said 7? Okay. Seven of Swords is the Erinyes, the Furies, or the goddesses of vengeance and retribution. The Erinyes were the goddesses who presided over vengeance and retribution and lived in the underworld, punishing men for crimes against the natural order. They took special care over homicide and crimes against women and of parents upon children. Fascinating. Arisen. They represent deception, trickery, tactics, strategy, lies, and cunning. The Erinyes keep an eternal eye on those who try to ignore consequences, and their gaze has fallen on you or someone in your life. This may imply shadow actions or the keeping of secrets, and although sometimes secrecy is needed in your life, you should ask whether your secret is worth the dishonesty, time, anxiety invested to hide the truth and a chance to be found out. If this is not you, listen to your intuition. And keep an eye out for changes in behavior in other people around you. It is important to recognize that secrets can be kept when their owner is not ready to reveal them to the world. Respecting privacy is rarely troublesome. This resonates for me only in thinking about the stories and through lines I want to put out to my business and talk more about being a life coach. Hi, I'm Caitlin. And like, not quite wanting to share them yet, but a few of them I can just throw down here. It's like my DUI, and I've worked through that a lot, and I've talked about that in like an unhealthy relationship to alcohol before. But the idea of incorporating it into like daily content does feel scary to me. Gosh, and just on like the quick and dirty, it feels hard to come out and say, like, I cheated on someone in a relationship. So like, I don't want to put that in a 30-second piece of content without like a full-length story, but judge me, do whatever you're gonna do, I suppose. And I know I have a couple others. I wrote them down the other day of like, oh, these are the stories that are important in my life. They've shaped me into who I am. I've done a lot of work to get through them. I dated a narcissist for 2 years, and I've that was probably a low point in my life, was being in that relationship, and I've climbed out of that and had to do, 5+ years of like self-worth work. And of course, something like that, it wasn't like he tore me down and destroyed me. It was like I came into that relationship in a bad place and then believed a bunch of shit that wasn't true that made me feel worse about myself. But I'm like, I didn't have high self-worth going into that relationship. It just really dredged it up and let me focus on it so I could recover the self-worth that was lost long before that relationship. But it's like, when I think about it, it's like, yeah, that 2-year chunk of time I was in that relationship feels like the most impactful thing, but it was all the stuff beforehand that really got me there to be healed through that, or like through the other side of learning everything I did from that relationship. There's probably like, is that fun to talk about every day? I could find a fun way to talk about it for sure. And I know it's important because it's going to be inspiring to so many others. Like you. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Love you, bye, see you tomorrow.